Now, we have a good understanding about what is the difference of integritum and emporium. Imperium. Okay. So, actually, anybody who has a good understanding of his own environment, they just want to uh, just find a way to the integritum, you know, which would just make us free physically, mentally, spiritually. You see, so there's a very good solution, which I say here, the optimum solution to all problems of humanity on the surface of this earth would be achieving a political economy of global integrity, the perfect political economic system. Integrity. One that would be generated by the creative piece. Here we have the creative piece here, and it says that the creative piece, generates the integrity, which is the optimum solution of all the problems of humankind. You see, this integritum, I said, we are about to uh, ripen up to admit diversified cultures and politics and economies and all the outcome of inner humanity. See, you need a solution. And the solution, there are many solutions, but the optimum solution for everybody, so that optimum solution, is actually will be generated by the creative piece. Then what is the creative piece? What is the creative piece? The pursuit of this solution. The creative piece should be commenced from the scientific approach toward reviving humanity. Yes, we have a very familiar word, humanity. But I say here, we have to revive humanity. So it means that there's dead humanity, and so that we need to revive the real humanity, that is effective to everybody in this, on the surface of this planet. And this humanity is actually kind of sometimes misdefined, sometimes over or under defined, or vaguely defined, in human uh, thought, so that you just try to define this humanity, by yourself, and you'll find that it's too much complicated, too many factors that influences the factor. I mean, the meaning of this humanity. It means that I should say, you know, that's why I just proceeded this study, the creative piece. We now to uh, concentrate, to make a structure of a methodology of formulating. Now, here's a good word: the science of humanity. Okay. There are many expressions about the humanity, but the science and the humanity comes together? No, I don't think so. I think it is not a very good uh, expression about you know how to dig into the humanity, because humanity has a too much the great sum of the writing thoughts and the solutions, this kind. Who can define the science of humanity? But this book, actually uh, destined to define the science of humanity. Okay? Now, we have to think about this. Not recently, in the last half century, we have scientific findings, about the humanity. I just read it. It is generally thought that the initiality of humanity originates from its physicality. Oh, human physic, human physique, Physique, human physique actually produces the humanity in its initial form. So, this, what is this scientific findings? So, this brain science accumulated in the last half century has found profound evidences in support of this proposition. You see, this brain science, I think, I'm not a scientist studying the brain, but I try to just observe all of the scientific findings written. I think I have about 200 books about brain science, uh, from that. And I actually, that brain science has been exploded because human science has connected to uh, the computer. Uh, Recently it's connected to the artificial intelligence. But when I wrote this book in 2010, as the printed date, and I found that that was still very much uh, connected these two sides of this I'm between the artificial intelligence and the brain science, but there that the basic structure of these two sciences has shown up the uh, kind of vague structure to the early finders. I try to find out the science of humanity. So why did I do it? Yeah, my country. I am South Korean. Not South Korean, I'm Korean. Yeah, we have the 10,000 years of culture and 5,000 of history. Written history, I believe, including the eroded portion, maybe 3,000 years. I wanted to find out what is the secret of humanity. So I tried to find out what humanity is, what brain is, what is the future of this humanity, and let me find out the foundation of this whole science of humanity. And I met the science of complexity. Science of complexity is, yes, the science of complexity, which emerged in 1972, 1982, 80s. That has a very good implication of the whole human environment. So, this book is the whole book is just about that. Now, I'll just trying to uh, give you what I have traveled in the last 50 years to write this one.